Welcome to the team, everyone. I am so excited to dive into this explainer module with you on your very first day as QA interns. Today, we're exploring an absolutely essential training journey, and that is mastering UI and functional testing. Together, we're going to uncover exactly how to become absolute bug hunting experts, ensuring our users get the flawless digital e-commerce experience they deserve. So let's get right to work. Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to think for a second. Have you ever tried to buy something online? Maybe, limited edition sneakers or those impossible to get concert tickets, and right when you go to check out, the button just wouldn't click? Or maybe the text was floating off the edge of your phone screen so you literally couldn't read the price. It's incredibly frustrated, right? Well, that frustration is exactly what we are here to prevent. We are essentially the last line of defense between a great product and a terrible user experience. Here is a quick roadmap for our module today. 1. Welcome to testing basics. 2. Buttons, forms, and navigation. 3. Responsive design challenges. 4. Login and sign-up flows. And finally, 5. Search and payment features. All right, let's kick things off at Section 1, Welcome to Testing Basics. First up is UI testing, or user interface testing. This is all about verifying that the visual elements and the layout of an application behave exactly as we expect them to. Basically, the main question is, does it look right? We're checking colors, fonts, spacing, and making sure that, say, a giant promotional banner isn't accidentally covering up the site's main menu. We are really just evaluating the immediate visual presentation. Now contrast that with functional testing. Here, we are verifying that the application's underlying features and operations actually work according to the requirements. We're shifting our focus down to the hidden gears and the logic making the website actually run. If I click Add to Cart, does the database actually update? Does the inventory count decrease? You see, it's not about how the button looks, but what the button actually does. So the crucial point is this. UI testing is about ensuring the site looks good, while functional testing ensures it works right. And honestly, you absolutely need both. It's like, well, a beautiful car without an engine isn't going anywhere, and a powerful engine and an uncomfortable, ugly chassis won't sell. We are checking both the paint job and the horsepower. Moving right along to Section 2, Buttons, Forms, and Navigation. 0. That is the exact amount of revenue our e-commerce site is going to generate if a functional test fails and our Buy Now button is broken. It literally doesn't matter if our UI is stunning. If the user clicks that big, beautiful, perfectly shaded green button and nothing happens, we lose the sale, plain and simple. This is why testing every single interactive element is completely non-negotiable. Next up, we have to look at forms. Here are our core form validation criteria. As an intern, you'll be actively trying to break these forms. It's kind of fun, actually. You'll check for the @ symbol in email fields, because if someone types just johndoe.com, the system needs to flag it immediately. You'll verify minimum password length requirements and ensure that required fields, like a shipping address, trigger a clear error if they're left empty. We have to make sure bad data can't get into, or worse, crash our system. And then there's navigation testing. This simply ensures that every menu link reliably takes the user to the correct category or department page. Think of a real e-commerce site. If a customer clicks on the running shoes category link, they better not end up on a page selling winter hats. Our job is to click through those massive mega menus and footers to ensure the digital map of our website perfectly matches the actual destination. All right, jumping into Section 3, Responsive Design Challenges. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact kinds of bugs you're going to be hunting for across all different screen sizes. On mobile, a super common UI bug is text overlapping product images just because the screen is narrow. On a tablet, an interactive drop-down menu might suddenly become unclickable because it was designed for a mouse hover, not a touchscreen tap. And on a desktop, you might even find a missing sidebar navigation. We have to ensure the experience is totally seamless everywhere. Let's move to Section 4, Login and Sign-up Flows. Here we have the sequential map of the sign-up flow. As QA testers, you need to systematically test a user joining the site. Step 1, enter email. Step 2, test password validation. Remember those rules we talked about just a minute ago? Step 3, verify account creation confirmation. Does the user actually get the welcome email? Does the database register them as a new customer? You have to walk through these steps exactly as a real human would, keeping an eye out for any friction or breaks in the chain. Now, once they have an account, we run login testing. This verifies that the system correctly accepts valid credentials and, crucially, safely rejects invalid ones. It's basically a dual-purpose test. We want to welcome the right users in with open arms, making it as easy as possible to access their order history. But equally important, we must keep unauthorized users out. If you type the wrong password 3 times, does the system lock you out? That's a huge functional security test you'll be running.
Finally, Section 5, Search and Payment Features.
Let's look at search functionality testing, which guarantees users can accurately query and filter to find specific products to buy. Consider this core truth. If a customer comes to our site looking for a specific laptop and our search bar returns 0 results, even though we literally have 50 of them sitting in the warehouse, our e-commerce site has completely failed its purpose. We have to test typos, specific SKU numbers, and all sorts of filter combinations to make sure the search engine is robust. Okay, here is a high-stakes scenario for you. What happens if a user's credit card is declined, but the UI pops up and says, "Success"? Think about the absolute nightmare that creates. The warehouse ships a product we weren't actually paid for, or the user thinks they bought something that's never going to arrive. This underscores the absolute necessity of rigorous functional payment testing. The UI message must perfectly align with the functional database reality. Let's move to the cart and see how this builds into a flawless transaction from start to finish. Here are the sequential steps you'll be testing. 1. Add an item to the cart and make sure the subtotal updates. 2. Enter billing info, testing those form validations all over again. 3. Validate gateway processing. This is where we simulate approvals and declines from the banks. And 4. Generate order confirmation. Every single one of these functional handoffs just has to be airtight. And with that, your first day of training is officially complete. You are now equipped with the essential tools and the mindset to ensure our interfaces are beautiful and our functions are absolutely flawless. From hunting down overlapping text on a smartphone to ensuring a payment gateway correctly flags a bad credit card, you are completely ready to make our e-commerce platform the best in the business. But before I let you go to your desks, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought to test your brand new QA instincts. Which bug would you prioritize fixing first? A glitchy mobile layout where a banner looks a little weird, or a completely broken checkout button? Think about the business impact, think about the overall user experience, and let that guide your testing strategy out there in the real world. Welcome to the team, guys, and happy testing.